Yo, what's poppin' everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I will show you guys how to organize your Pokemon Home boxes. So this is an update video from the last couple of videos I did. This is the 2024 version, post the 2 DLCs and pre Pokemon Legends ZA that's gonna be coming out. So I will show you guys how to organize so that your boxes will look clean. So as you can see, just like the other videos, I still have my hot boxes. Those are boxes that you will need in order to just move things around. It's always good to have a few boxes that are empty. Then you can move Pokemon around, especially now with Pokemon Go. If you're gonna be sending over Pokemon, like shiny Pokemon, extra shinies that you might have, or anything along those lines. That's just like an airport. It's kind of like the point where you arrive into your collection and then you're gonna organize them later. So I personally have 1, 2, and 3 boxes. You guys can put as many as you guys want. If you guys want 10 boxes, a couple, it depends on what you guys need. Personally, I play Pokemon Go, so I know I'm gonna be sending a lot of Pokemon over to Pokemon Home. So because of that, I like having a lot of boxes empty, especially because I don't necessarily organize them the second that I send a Pokemon over. All right, so then the next thing is if we go to the right one, is a full living dex of every single Pokemon in order. Just to clarify a couple of things first before I go through everything. Some Pokemon have gender differences. What I do is I only put the male version in their spot, and then you'll see that the female version, for example Venusaur, that's the first Pokemon with a gender difference. I have the male version here, and then the female version is gonna be in another box you guys will see later, just like the other video. Also, same thing for region variants. For example, the Sentru has an Alolan form. I'm not putting them next to each other. I'm just putting them exactly as dex order so that it looks clean and everybody's in their spot respectively. So 1 through 30, 31 through 60, 61 through 90, 91 through 120, 121 to 150, 151 to 180, 181 to 210, 211 to 240, 241 to 270, 271 to 300, 301 to 330, 331 through 360, 361 through 390, 391 through 420, 421 to 450, 451 to 480, 481 to 510, 511 to 540, 541 to 570, 571 to 600, 601 to 630, 631 to 660, 661 to 690, 691 to 720, 721 to 750, 751 to 780, 781 to 810, 811 to 840, 841 to 870, 871 to 900, 901 to 930, 931 to 960, 961 to 990, 991 to 1020, and finally 1021 to 1025. With the last Pokemon being Pecharunt. And then let's go ahead and go one more to the right. And you guys that have seen the previous videos will see I've changed up a little bit the way that I organize them. Now, if you guys watched the previous video, this is a little bit different. I will explain basically my process. So I've decided to combine gender forms, alt forms, region variants, anything that's like a variant of a Pokemon that was already listed in the living dex. I'm basically combining everything together in their dex order. So like I said in the beginning, here's the female Venusaur that I was talking about earlier. Also have the Butterfree here, the Rattata, so gender differences. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you guys get the point. You guys can clearly see here all the Pokemon where they need to be. And then let's continue on. Here are more of them. Some more alt forms here. Another box here, another box here. You guys can pause if you guys need to see exactly what is needed in which box. All the Vivillons. The Hoopa Unbound, which I will clarify real quick because I did a mistake on the last video. So to get Hoopa Unbound into Pokemon Home, you have to get a Hoopa in Generation 8, and then you have to change it to its Unbound form. Once you have the Hoopa Unbound, you want to put it in your Pokemon Bank, and then transfer it from Bank to Home. That's the only way right now that you'll be able to get a Hoopa Unbound. Pokemon Go doesn't work. It'll just revert to the confined form. This is the only way for now. More alt forms. Here we have all the Alcremies, all of them. I kind of fixed up the order a little bit. For these Pokemon, I think I made a couple of mistakes on the older video. And then here's the new entries from last time. I mean, we do have the Ursaluna here. That kind of technically comes after the Zarude now. And now we have this new Pokemon here, the little matcha guy, and its evolution. Here you go. And then, yeah, then this is the clear box ready for the new generation or any new game. The reason why I cannot change it up and I grouped up all the forms together is because I think it looks way cleaner this way. The old way that I organized, I had the Alolan, the Galar forms, and the Paldean form all separated. I think it looks better this way because now you don't have space in between them. For example, the Paldean box used to be only the 3 Tauros and the Paldean Wooper. But now it looks way more clean, you know, it's kind of just next to other Pokemon, you know, it looks more filled. I think it looks cleaner. Okay, now let's keep going with the next box. If you guys watched the previous video that I posted, we have the event Pokemon. This is where I put them right after the form decks. This is optional, you guys can do whatever you guys want. I'm just showing you guys how I organize my boxes, and I think they're pretty efficient. Here we have all the event Pokemon based on their generation. You guys can watch that video if you guys want to see more of this. I will kind of go skip through all this because there's way too much. Yes, and yes, that takes a lot of boxes. So yes, and now here we are at the most recent event Pokemon. So if we go one to the right again, here I have some special shinies. Yeah, here we have all the shinies you can get in game, which I just made its own little collection because I think it's cool. We also have all the shiny mythicals from Pokemon Go down here. I'm missing 2. And yeah, let's go one right from this. And here I have my Legacy Hall of Fame. So I've pimped up my Legacy Hall of Fame box from last video, where now I've imported basically all my teams since I was a kid from all my old games. Especially now I'm taking advantage that Pokemon Bank kind of shut down. While it's still technically possible to access it, I took advantage and kind of transferred all my past teams instead of just being stuck in the old games. So I kind of just put all of them together. We have some of the older teams that I have from each generation. So here goes a second box here, a third box, fourth box, with the fifth box here being my most recent team from Scarlet and Violet. And then one more to the right, I have my Legacy Special Pokemon. Those are my most important Pokemon for me. Those are all shiny, which I acquired full odds. We have my oldest shiny ever, shiny Dialga that I hunted for a couple of years ago now, as well as a couple of special Pokemon here. If you know, you know. And then from there on, there's nothing else. So let's go ahead and go back to the beginning. I'm doing a full shiny dex because why not? You know, go big or go home. So if we go to the left now, just like the old video, I guess, but it's just more developed because I've gotten more shinies. This is essentially the same as the living dex, except I mirrored it. So this is a box 1 to 30, except everything is mirrored. If you want to do it this way, and then here you go. Obviously I have some empty spaces because I don't have all the shiny Pokemon. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job at completing them. So if you guys want to do this, I would say take a picture of each box with your front camera, so then it'll mirror the boxes, and then you'll easily be able to organize them by looking at your phone picture. All you have to do basically is mirror the living dex. So there you go. So I'll just go kind of quickly here because I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But yes, like I said, I did acquire a lot of shiny Pokemon since then. The collection is flourishing right now. Not so much for the newer gens because I'm not actively shiny hunting, but yeah, it's not doing too bad. And as we get to the end here, there you go, that's the end. So just to recap real quick, let's go ahead and look here through the a wider angle. Box space 1 out of 7. The first box is our hot box. Then we have our entire living dex running. And then if we go to the left, we have a couple more hot boxes. Like I said, I have 3 personally. And we have all the shiny living dex here on the other side. And then if we go back this way, and if we keep going this way to the right, once we reach the end of the living dex, we have all of the form decks, or all the alternate forms of the Pokemon together, all grouped up together. There we go, so it looks nice and clean. And then at the end of this box, we have then the event Pokemon all organized. Yes, like I said, there's a lot of event Pokemon all the way till the end. And then after that, we have our special Pokemon or legacy Pokemon. This is all optional. You guys do whatever you guys want to do, if you guys want to do this or not. I think it's pretty cool, pretty clean. And then even after all of this that I've shown you, you're still gonna have a lot of boxes. If you're a competitive player, you can easily just pluck your competitive teams after this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, comment if you have any suggestions or ideas that I could improve the organization with, or the way that you organize your boxes. And let me know what type of video you guys want to see next. And make sure you guys subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.